Right, does it matter that Liverpool threw away a 2-goal lead against Aston Villa tonight, and a game that they should have won comfortably? No, it doesn't really matter at all, does it, in the grand scheme of things? No one's going to be remembering this game, really, in years to come, and in that respect, does it really matter if I do a post-match breakdown here? No, I should be in bed, really, but here we are, because YouTube likes you to post consistently, so here we are together, and I'll talk briefly about the match. Then maybe have a little look at if we actually learned anything about the team and the squad tonight. First and foremost, it was a really bright start, I think, from Liverpool. You know, really trying the best to not fall into the trap of how they've been playing for a lot of the season and starting slowly, conceding early, conceding first, and you know, in that respect, they were really good. Really bright start. Trying to play on the front foot, trying to play with lots of energy, aggression, lots of direct balls over the top, trying to find Mo Salah early. I think Harvey Elliott was really bright in these opening stages of the game, especially the first 10 minutes. You know, he was like doing what he normally does coming off the bench, you know, in terms of providing that energy, just dropping hand grenades everywhere. And really, he was responsible for the first goal. Obviously, it's an own goal, Martinez. But it comes, you know, you make your own luck, don't you? It comes from Harvey Elliott and it's direct play. Now, he plays a little 1-2 with Mo Salah. And obviously, Harvey Elliott's cross leads to the deflection, leads to the goal. But what I thought was most impressive about it was in the build up to the goal was his direct running to the middle of the park, or inside kind of right position, and just being positive, being direct, being aggressive. All these kind of things has led to a goal. Now, obviously, there's a big slice of luck that involved there as well, but as I say, you make your own luck. So Harvey Elliott, another really positive contribution to him. When he plays like that, the kind of downside is that you can't really keep up that energy, that press and that running. You can't keep that up for 90 minutes. So Liverpool were good. You know, they weren't devastating for a lot of that first half, but they were good. You know, I think it was impressive, their attitude really in the first half, because as I say, it was a dead rubber, this game. I don't quite know where that phrase comes from. I should look it up one of these days, but it was a dead rubber, and it didn't really matter if Liverpool won or lost, but their attitude was good. They put in a professional performance in that first half. Obviously, the downside is, you know, Villa's equaliser. It comes from maybe, you know, Jarrell Quansah. I think he was disappointing. He would have been disappointed in himself there. He kind of, I mean, Ollie Watkins is a good player, you know, no doubt about it. I would say it was a mistake, but I think he's better than that, and he's proven to be better than that throughout this season. He's been one of the real bright sparks of this season, I think, Quansah. He allowed himself maybe just to get beaten a little bit too easily, and the defensive structure wasn't there. Tielemans, really good shot, going through a lot of bodies, equalising goal, and then, you know, it's game on there. But Liverpool, once again, impressive in that they, you know, struck back, you know, relatively quickly. I think it was around 22 minutes. Really good counter-attack from Liverpool. Lots of quick passing. I think they were a little bit lucky sometimes in that some of the players were maybe playing the ball into a certain space. They weren't really, it wasn't as crisp as what it looked like. I think there was a little bit of luck there, but they were moving it around really quickly, and I think it ends up out left there, doesn't it, to Joe Gomez. I thought he looked offside. It was really tight. I thought he looked offside. Cody Gakpo was there for the rebound. Brilliant. What I really, really liked about it is that when it gets to Joe Gomez, now what we've seen with Gomez before in the previously is he doesn't like doing anything with his left foot, which is kind of a, you know, downside when you're a left back. Games gone by, he would have tried to control it on his right and maybe had a shot, or maybe tried to play somebody in there. But he hit it first time with his left. Obviously, maybe not the best shot in the world, but he showed throughout this game, actually, he showed real willingness to play with his left foot. I think he must have been working on that, because it just makes things a lot smoother. So he's not having to take a touch. He's not having to cut back onto the right. So yeah, I think Joe Gomez is maybe looking ahead at next season there, saying, well, you know, if I play left back, if it means I stay here, I'll play left back. I don't know, but whatever, he's improved. And I think that needs to be acknowledged. I think he's been really good this season. But then the rest of the first half, I think Liverpool maybe dropped off a little bit. After going 2-1 up there, Villa got back into it a little bit more. I mean, it was a good game. It was back and forth there, but I don't think Liverpool really had the kind of the desire, the mental desire really to take a real control on the game. But that has been a problem for much of the season. Really, is being able to control games and see games out. There was a moment towards the end of the first half there when I think a little bit of that classic Klopp era muscle memory kicked in there. I think it was a really good first time clearance from Trent down the left, releasing Diaz. As I say, it was classic Liverpool Klopp counter attack. He spots Mo Salah, he spots the run, and then the final ball just isn't good enough really. I think we've seen that a lot this season. Luis Diaz, I mean, the front three, full stop. You know what I mean? There's been lots of occasions where those breaks have been on, and they haven't been able to exploit it because of that poor decision making, poor touch, poor technique, and these players are better than that. You're thinking, I think the problem is in here rather than with the feet and with the technique. It's the second half. Obviously, Liverpool go 3-1 up, and it was brilliant to see Jarrell Quansah get on the end of that. Great searching Harvey Elliott free kick. Surprising to see Elliott take the free kick. Obviously, him and Trent are over it. In that kind of deep left-hand side position there. You think, well, Trent just pulls rank every time when he's stood over a set piece, and Harvey Elliott delivered a really good ball, and Quansah, I think it's an unsavable header, and he looked like he really enjoyed that one. I think obviously he was feeling maybe a little bit of pressure there from that Villa goal in the first half, which he should have done a bit better. So it was really pleased for the lad to get his first Premier League goal in what I think has been a really good season for him. He's got a long way to go, don't get me wrong, but he's done brilliant. He's done really brilliant, and he's come on leaps and bounds. So excellent. If you can add a few of those headers to his game, then he's going to go far, that lad. I love watching him, actually. He's been really good. So then, we had some offside goals in the game. I think Villa had one, didn't they? Then there was a moment of madness there with Alisson. Couldn't clear the ball properly. He had a weird game, Alisson. Brilliant save late on. And then obviously, as I say, that moment of madness when he gifted Villa a chance there. Strange game for the lads. Strange game for Liverpool in general. So the subs come on. 4 subs on at once there. I think that's obviously Liverpool's legs were kind of going. Mentally, they went where they should have been. 4 really good players come on. But, I mean, if anything, Liverpool got worse. Another big individual mistake by Alexis McAllister this time, leading directly to a Villa goal. And then later on, for the equalising goal, obviously Villa get a real slice of luck. But as I say, exactly from where Liverpool were in the first half, you make your own luck. And Villa got involved. Villa were looking to win. Liverpool, I think the moment had passed by for Liverpool in the game, and it wasn't going to happen for them really. And I wouldn't say they were on the beach already, but it's mentally it's got to be difficult. I think Villa have still got things to play for. In that game, Liverpool didn't. But even though that third goal was a little bit jammy, or very jammy, I think again it just shows that Liverpool were too easy to kind of cut through in midfield, too easy to carve open. So I think there's too many players kind of out of form, but also the problems are structural, very much so, I think. And takeaways from the game is that Liverpool have got a lot of really good players, and they've got a really good squad. Whether every player is the right player for, it looks like Arne Slot's going to be the next manager, really, barring the surprise at this point. Whether this group of players will fit into what he wants from them, I don't really know, but I do know there is a strong squad there for Liverpool. International players right throughout, and there's real strength and depth in certain positions. I think certain positions need looking at, but it's not a complete rebuild for Slot. And we saw tonight there's 2 teams in one really, and you see the individual brilliance of a few players. You see some good moves, saw some a really good goal. And then you saw a bit of a capitulation or a bit of lack of mental resilience. The mentality monsters seem to be, be out of the building at this point. But it's not going to be a brand new rebuild from ground up from Arne Slot. I think we can see that. There's just too many good players there. I mean, I hope against Wolves we can get a good result and give Jurgen Klopp the send-off at Anfield that he deserves. It's great that he didn't pick up a yellow card tonight. It's great he'll be on the touchline and in the dugout, and his last game is going to be at Anfield, which is only right, I think. But I mean, the result doesn't really matter here tonight. It doesn't really matter on Sunday either. But now it's about saying thanks to Jurgen Klopp. Really, I think a man who's transformed this club from where we were at 9 years ago, and I think we all want to say thank you to him and wish him all the best and send him off with a great performance from the stands on Sunday, great performance from the players on Sunday. And, it'd be great if everyone just had a smile on their face. And we can try and end the season on a bit of positivity, but also look forward to the next chapter. Whoever the next manager is going to be, whether it's Slot or somebody else or whatever happens there, I think it's time now really to focus on who's coming in, and the season's kind of winding down. I think we all just want it to end now. But I'm hopeful about next season. But we'll get into that at some other point as well. But for now, it was Aston Villa 3, Liverpool 3. Taking my partisan Liverpool supporter hat off. It was a pretty entertaining game. But I mean, who really cares about it? Only really matters if it's an entertaining game when you win. Certainly not when you give away a 2-goal lead. But it is what it is at this point. I think some of these players look bereft of confidence. McAllister doesn't look like he's got a World Cup in his medal. He looks kind of deflated, which is a bit concerning considering he was meant to be the saviour and the player that was going to push us to win the league, 2 months ago. But it hasn't happened, and I'm hoping that Arsenal can somehow pip City to the title. I can't see it happening because City are a machine, aren't they? But I'm hoping that Arsenal can save football. So let's see what happens. And we've got the final weekend of the Premier League season to come on Sunday, and up the Reds. Let's see what happens.